For Arts and Adventure Summits, the airwaves is the Ogden Arts and Adventure Show. I am your host, R. Brandon Long, along with stand-in host number 2, 3. What backup did you decide?
Sounds like number 5.
Number 5?
String, though I've been a host multiple times, at least 3.
Case Johnston. We had Shane Osgathorpe in here, and Shane forgot. He was here, and then he left. Maybe he was intimidated by Case's presence. I'm not sure how that goes down, but it is now Case. So thanks, Case, for...
If Shane comes, I will give up my seat.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Todd is working tonight at his real job. So we are your hosts for the greatest arts and adventure podcast in all the land. In the studio, it's full of... we just got the shirt right there. So I can zoom in on the shirt. Yeah, it's the nut. Troy Callentine.
Or by design.
Representing goal. You got to talk into the mic when you talk, because otherwise we won't pick it up. So
I'd rather not.
Yeah, I know you'd rather not. We have an event coming up, and then we have the members of WIM. So a husband and wife team here, and then I don't have you on camera, so you're stuck. Well, we can do this. We can go like this. Well, bam. Yeah. Who actually played band sessions 100 million years ago with, what was the name of that band? Grits Green. God, I love that band. Yeah, hella good band. Back in the day. So we have a live song coming for you a little bit later in the show, because y'all are playing this awesome festival, which is coming up, called The Nut. And it's live music and racing. And Eric, we've had you kind of define it before, but just want to give us a quick reboot on what the event looks like this weekend, please.
Well, it's not this weekend, but this is going on. So
the weekend it comes, which is October
4th through 6th.
4th through 6th.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay.
Northern Utah Trail Fest. It's by TFNU and the Goal Foundation, Weber County Parks and Rec.
Oh yeah, I got the shirt.
You got the shirt, Trails Foundation shirt on. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
I had your shirt on, but I forgot.
It was awkward. Yeah,
it was really small. It was literally your shirt. No, but it's a Northern Utah Trail Fest. It's the 3rd year. We've got a trail run. We've got a mountain bike race, and just killer music, killer bands, great festival, food trucks, a lot of booths, a lot of sponsors, a lot of events. Case is part of one here in the studio. It's just a great time. Free festival for everybody who wants to come. The race, there is a fee for that, because it is a fundraiser for both organizations to continue their mission. Yes, the D raiser. Yeah.
Okay. What are you funding, Eric?
Well, I mean, for the Trails Foundation, it's taking care of your trails here in Northern Utah. Anything we can do to help build new trails. Yes, I said that. Maintain trails, and just make them a great place to be. And I'll let Troy fill you in on goal.
Yeah. Troy at the Goal Foundation, everybody.
Yeah. Hello. So Goal Foundation, obviously our acronym is Get Out and Live. So our mission is to inspire people to get outside and live.
There's a lot of acronyms going on tonight.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Get out and live.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Nut.
The TFNU. We're super creative.
Yep.
We operate kids camps, mountain bike camps, hiking camps, rock climbing camps in conjunction with the front climbing gym. We do a lot of community engagement activities like yoga in the park that's free for everybody. We've hosted actually here at the Monarch both in August, and we plan to come back as well in October for that. And those again are free to the public to come get a little exercise and yoga in your spirit, in your world. That's our goal, is to inspire people to get out and live and volunteer inside of community events specific to outdoor recreation activities.
If you give Troy a prompt, he'll talk for like 30 minutes.
40 minutes.
It's awesome. Yeah, he's pretty good at it. Yeah, about subjects he knows. Now, I don't know if we go...
subjects
he knows. Yeah.
Oh, I can BS with the best of them.
Okay,
I don't have to know anything. I can just keep going.
Like a deep dive on literature.
Troy and I grew up together. And his name was Troy the Prompt Callentine. People don't know that.
No.
Yeah, I didn't even know that.
We didn't grow up together.
He didn't know you grew up together.
You would have known if we did. Yeah.
Case, what's your involvement with the event?
So Utah Humanities has been a part of the event for this will be our 3rd year with them, and we put together 2 hikes, and both of those hikes are poetry hikes, and those poetry hikes have 4 local poets from Ogden, and they take people out on the trails, and they have 4 stops, and at those 4 stops they read poetry, and then they give the hikers the opportunity to go back and write their own work and share their own work. And Utah Humanities is just so proud to be a part of this Ogden-based festival, as you know, because Ogden is the best city in Utah. It is. Times two.
Yeah, he sold that to Jack.
Jack Carr.
Yeah.
Jack Carr, our famous author, extremely famous author that we podcasted with earlier today, who has moved to Park City. I told him why, when there's Ogden.
When Ogden's available.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll get him here.
Maybe, you know.
Troy, so were you there the first 2 years? 'Cause Eric, you were there all 3 years, right? Or
Yeah, I've
2
been there
years?
all 3 years.
Well, this is the third. But Troy, this is your second,
This will be my third year, sorta.
third year,
So
sort of.
I've raced it as a participant the first 2 years.
Okay.
This will be my first time.
Well, my question is, what did you learn the first 2 years to dial it in for this year? Because it's still a new event, and a lot, new events you learn a lot those first 2 years. So what have you corrected? What did you make better for this year's event?
I didn't make anything better, man. I just rode the bike.
Why are you on this podcast?
I don't know. I should probably leave. No.
Where's the race director?
Exactly. Well, I think Eric could probably answer a lot of those questions. Again,
Okay.
as a participant, what excited me most about Common to Goal, honestly, was my participation in events like the Nut, right?
Yeah.
I saw from a participant perspective how it could impact somebody's life. In the late 40s, I had never raced mountain bikes, and I saw an opportunity at the Nut.
Not late 1940s. Like
Not late 1940s,
yeah.
late actual
Right,
40s,
yeah.
And so between Eric and Goal Foundation, TFNU and Goal, they created this event that was real welcoming to like any level of participant. So for me, that was what drew me to the event to start with. And then again, when I got an opportunity,
How did you? How did this happen? Who was having beers when? And how did you guys
That's
put
a
this?
great question.
Yeah.
ask Cody Raposa, he'll tell you.
Yeah. Do you remember, Eric?
Do I remember what?
Like how this event start? Like whose idea was? Because it's two prominent nonprofits in Ogden who have similar agendas but different, but use outdoor. And then all of a sudden they're like, let's get together. So who had that first conversation or how it started?
Yeah, so Trails Foundation has had the Trail Fest for a few years, but it was always on the Ogden River Parkway.
Yes.
And ended somewhere on the Parkway, and then you'd go to Farmers Market down at the amphitheater, kind of to celebrate it. When I came on board, we had that COVID thing hit, so we had to cancel it, and then reached out to Weber County Parks and Rec to have the idea of doing something a little different for trails that we've built and maintained up in North Fork, and talked to him, reached out to Goal at the time, and we just started brainstorming. And
you don't take enough credit.
You don't need credit for it. Everybody gets credit for it.
Well, you started it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that. It's a group event.
Okay.
But it's been a lot of years in the work. As you know, I have a history of being behind a microphone, and it was something that we wanted to do back 9 years ago.
Yeah.
But just didn't work. And now we've got the right partners for it. We got the right support from Weber County. And it kind of snowballed from there. And then Goal at the time and our organization had, still do, but great staff, great people there, and just came up with some wonderful ideas.
How does it feel to finally have, I don't know, a lot of money, but some budget to like try to pull off some things that's been going on in your brain for a while?
Well, I've come here a lot, and so I always look in the couch cushions behind me for the money, right?
We had a mouse that deposited some like peanut scraps.
Those
back
weren't
there.
peanuts.
They were before.
No, and I think the beauty of it is a fundraiser for both organizations. And, I think we don't look at it as a money-making event, right? I mean, you need to put something that people want to be a part of. And Case mentioned it. We live in literally the best community. So getting that support and two organizations that kind of touch on very similar missions and visions and objectives of being outside, being on the trails. So we've kind of let it, the community grow it and kind of help us along the last 3 years of, hey, what did you like? What did you not like?
Mm-hmm. What were some things that were good feedback that they liked?
You know what? Pretty much everything, which was a surprise. The first year, I think the one thing we did the first year that really hit it out of the park is we made sure there was good weather and colorful leaves. We worked hard on
every time. Yeah.
That brought them back for year two.
Yeah.
And we decided to try it again. So we had great weather and beautiful leaves. This year, we're going to...
I mean, Troy knows like the marathon's hit and miss, right? So when it is beautiful, it is the greatest day ever. And then there's only been only two in the lifetime where it rained a little.
Oh,
and then
and I ran those.
And you ran.
I ran those.
When you're dealing with...
I was mile 12 and it was really cold.
Right. So
and,
it does matter.
They were pulling people. Yeah. Anyways, weather.
It can be a thing, but this is a fall event in Utah, and it's either a tornado or it's a beautiful day. So
yeah,
you killed that.
Well, luckily with climate change, October's usually pretty mild.
It's pretty mild.
Yeah.
So shift all the events to October, I think, because it's a great time to be outside.
Right.
Leaves are gorgeous.
I mean, it was 107 in St. George yesterday, but
no, Northern Utah's a different story.
It really is.
Yeah.
Well, and North Fork Park, Weber County does such a great job of maintaining that place, and it's spectacular. So having two organizations with Weber County, the third, and the event location really knocks it out of the park. Like, we haven't even mentioned there's a camping component, so people stay and, just get to know each other really well, and there's just tons of activities. So it's a community thing, and at the end of the day, we're not going to lie, we hope we raise a little funds to help support both organizations.
I hope you raise a lot of funds.
Yeah.
And it's hard, I think, in this community for new events, unless you know big groups of people to push it out there. And so it was a good team up effort there to get it going the first couple of years, because it was pretty successful. I don't know if you made money the first couple of years, but like you said, good feedback.
Well, and we hope being on the podcast that both your listeners come and donate.
We're up to three.
All three of them show up.
Yeah.
So that would help.
Not including my mom. So
We don't.
four.
That's
so,
always that's a given.
Yeah.
I was just going to pipe in as a participant. One of the coolest things that I experienced is you're lapping around on a mountain bike trail at 7 miles. It's about a 45-minute to 1 hour lap, depending on your cadence. You've got Utah Humanities there, where your family could be there. So my family and friends were there to be able to support me on the ride, but they were able to engage in the kids zone, which we have a little drum circle that OFOM's putting together. The Nature Center will be there. We've got some other really great nonprofit partners.
It's like a who's who of the nonprofit.
It is. It really is.
Yeah.
The Snow Basin Ski Team will be there. We've got a pretty good list. Kelly from TFNU helps organize all the vendors and that stuff as well. So we've got, a great vendor village, and then a lot of nonprofit support as well that are able to showcase what they do in the community. And so it really is a community-driven event, a community-engaged event, and free nonetheless. And so,
do you want to talk? Do you have sponsors you want to give a shout out to? You have a list?
You bet.
There, I was looking for that
He's
card.
He's got a note card.
While he's digging that out, we just have to say that endurance athletes are the best people in the world.
Good people. They're all my friends.
They are.
Yeah,
I like watching them.
Again, when you look at local partners, we've got Arc'teryx is a great connection with Solomon that the TFNU's put together for us for a long time. MV Composites, Fleet Feet, Ragnar's going to be there. They do a whole s'more gig, so you can.
They're just there to be jealous of your event.
They really are. They really are. They're like, this is so great.
They bring the s'mores.
So we have campfires that Weber County brings. We'll use some Ogden City and Weber County fire rings, and we bring those out and set them out throughout the whole festival. Not the whole festival, but closer to the music. So when you're rocking out to Whim, you can be roasting a mellow and make a s'more. And Ragnar
roasting a mellow.
Yeah, and Ragnar provides that stuff for us.
I could have never pulled that line.
No, that was smooth too. Yeah.
I mean, that just doesn't.
He didn't even stop. He just kept going.
Roasting a
roll with
mellow.
it, man.
Yeah.
You gotta roll. I'm pretty good soon.
It's
I'm
a
gonna
whole
take the
vibe.
rapping position here with Whim. You never know.
Roasting a mellow is not just a march. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a lifestyle.
It's a whole thing.
It's a lifestyle. If you can pull that out, it's a lifestyle.
But I got Ogden Running Company as well. They're right here on Washington Boulevard. Intermountain Health, they're a huge supporter of pretty much every big athletic event in the city. They really get behind everything in that sphere. CPC New Tech Printing Company, they take care of all our bibs and do all that stuff. Zeal Nutrition, Roosters. If you ever heard of Roosters, they're like down the road.
Good beer.
Again, great supporter of many local events.
Chicken Farm, right?
Chicken Farm.
Chicken
Yeah.
Farm.
Chicken Farm and some amazing beer. Ogden Beer
I don't know how they
Company.
do it.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, eggs are a big business.
You can make anything out of eggs.
You can't, you know.
That's right. So Ogden Beer Company as well. They're going to be on site helping sling beer with Roosters there. Shake Shack. They coming kind of out of the woodworks. They're going to do
About
they're going
time.
to do, listen to this, a custard social around 4:00.
Huh.
So if you're up there, you're going to get a custard social. You ever been to one of those?
No.
Now's your chance.
Today,
October
no.
5th at 4 p.m. I think it's 4 p.m. So watch for the Custard Social. Great guys. Shane and his group that run the Shake Shack over in Riverdale are just leaning in a big way for the community, and they're going to do a custard
Shout out to
social.
Shake Shack.
Yeah, Shake Shack.
Wadman Corporation as well. They've been a couple
Okay,
of supporters.
okay, Wadman. What do they not support?
All
Hell,
of
a
it.
good job, Wadman.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Great work. How do you say this one? It's Hecla Sport Company. Yep, they just came on recently, and then the Bike Shop as well. Integrated Tax. Have you ever heard of those guys?
No, I've never heard of it.
Nice.
So integrated tax as well, multi-year supporter, and again, just supporter of, the majority.
I noticed he skipped them the first
I
go
did.
around.
I wanted to give them the grand finale. So,
Don't do it. Just don't do it.
They do a lot of comp entries. The integrated tax sponsor a lot of athletes.
Yeah.
They should.
They should.
Actually,
You know what I heard about them is one of the people that work there, they let their brother sleep in their camper.
they should.
The camp
They should do that
as
too.
well.
They should be so giving.
You got to be careful about the information you give away before the podcast because it'll come back to haunt
I
you
know
in the podcast.
I know.
Just so you know.
And how do they integrate taxes?
I really, yeah, I don't know.
I mean, is it just a slogan?
I think we need to go deeper on this case.
It's my brother.
I mean, it was your
It's my
job.
brother.
It was your
My
job
brother.
that you gave up, was what I learned. And so
It is the truth. My dad said, "Do you want to do taxes?" And I said, "No, I'd rather be a poor artist."
that's noble of you.
I know.
Yeah, and look where it got you.
I know. Well, we have musicians here too.
Yeah.
They get it.
These guys are
Yeah.
loaded.
Oh,
you know
yeah.
why? They use integrated tax.
They use integrated
That's
tax.
Oh my gosh, he's getting a plug.
Well, integrated
That's why I left it for the last.
integrated tax for your arts needs.
for your if you are an
That's their
artist,
slogan.
call
Look
just
at my
inundate him
drawing.
tomorrow. He's like, you know what? You didn't make enough to file taxes last year, so
I'm gonna send this to my brother and say, "Look at all the plugs you got."
You're an artist. Check that box. We're done.
That maybe integrated tax for all those plugs. 3 entrants into the
3
net.
entries. Oh my god. Okay, so which one of you can give us a rundown of the weekend, because at first we skipped the camping. So what's happening Friday? What's happening Saturday? What's happening Sunday? I think the big day is Saturday. So how do we kick off on Friday night? Is the question. Friday night.
Let's go back to the setup because that's first.
No one cares.
I know they don't.
I do. I'm a program manager. My life is setting up events. Please tell us more.
People come and set up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was underwhelming.
No, Friday we got a little bit of music on Friday night.
just a taste.
Just a little bit, just to take, to get you hungry for the next night.
Yeah.
Just enough to keep.
You know who it is?
Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't
We
sound-
do
doesn't
act
sound like
actually,
you
but
do.
it's a surprise.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
This is like case with his authors too, because he books, 100 authors events or whatever in a month. And so it's like, well, what's happening Friday? I don't, there's so many.
Which Friday?
Yeah,
That
which
is-
Friday?
That is not true.
He does have a pretty good
I have a spreadsheet in my
spreadsheet
brain.
in your brain. Ask him a question.
I'm a spreadsheet.
I'm not integrated tax.
But yeah, so Friday night's just kind of the kickoff, nice and chill. We do have some music. Some vendors show up that night. Saturday's really where it starts. The 9-hour trail run kicks us off in the morning. And then all the events happen throughout the day. We've got our
Vendor Village is open at
Vendor Village is open on that day as well. Time is also a surprise that we'll talk about later. As soon as Troy finds it on his phone. And then we've got, like Case mentioned, we've got stuff throughout the day, poetry hikes, there's yoga.
I was hoping,
kids
by the way, with those poetry hikes, Case, that you just had to recite poetry as you were hiking. Is that the way it goes?
So I will be leading the morning one because I'm a morning person. And so there is 4 stops along the trail where there will be, poetry or readings that are happening from Ogden authors or poets. And then there will be a time at the end where people who go, kids and families, get to write it on their own. It's really pretty rad.
Okay.
And Utah Humanities will be giving away books from Gibbs Smith, which is one of our local partners. The largest publisher in Utah has donated about 400 to 500 books to give away to kids.
Oh, wow, that's a lot.
And we will have that at our booth.
You doing poetry prompts at all?
Yeah, there will be prompts too. Throughout the poetry hike. So one at 7 a.m. and one at 6 p.m. I believe. I think it's a surprise.
Yeah.
Surprise.
There's a lot of that going on around
but
here.
I believe it's a 7 a.m. and 6 p.m.
Okay.
I will be leading the 7 a.m. one. Our Angelica Brewer, who is our Ogden Poet Laureate, will be leading the 6 p.m. one. Angelica Brewer, who was just recognized with 16 other poets in the United States from the Poetry Foundation. And was given
Spent some time with you in DC?
Yeah, spent some time in DC for the National Book Festival. Was given $50,000 to do community work solely in Ogden, which is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And she will be spending that time at the Nut. That will be her first official event with the Poetry Foundation, which is super, super cool.
Okay, that was Saturday afternoon.
Yep. And
Friday afternoon.
Yeah, and then we've got like I said, a lot of races going on all throughout the day. A lot of stuff for kids, and I think that's what Troy mentioned earlier. That's a beauty of it. If you have someone in the family that wants to get into one of the events, there's something going on.
There's
all
like a
day
kids
long.
zone.
There is a zone, an absolute zone for the kids. It's a zone.
It's a zone for sure. Yeah. So Friday night, the band we'll be playing is Stephen Dean.
Oh, I know. Okay,
He's been there the last 2 years.
Yeah,
been the last couple of years. He rocks out. It was a great time.
Surprise.
And then we follow that with some storytelling and fireside chats. And then on Friday as well, we're going to have called the Nutty Night Ride. It's free to the public, but we have a little place you could donate, and the donations get split between TFNU and Gold to support our missions. So that should be a lot of fun, and that's going to happen at 6:30 p.m. Got to have lights, helmet, the whole deal, and you do need to register through. There's a link on the website to just register. We just want to know how many people are going to be there. We cap it at about 30, but it's a lot of fun because it's in the dark, and you got lights and glow in the dark stuff ripping through the woods, having a good time.
Which you just said 6:30 in the dark, and that's depressing. But okay.
Well, we'll start at 6:30. I think it start closer to 7. I don't know what sunset is.
Okay,
but we're getting after time. So
welcome fall.
Yep,
that sounds so cool.
And then Saturday night is do you have the music lineup for Saturday?
If I can read it,
it's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
But we'll tell you anyway.
Some of it, but Wim will be there.
You know who else is going to be there? There's going to be a van there.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Yep. So Brandon will be there, hanging out at the finish line, kind of helping out, get the vibe going, and you can meet him.
Vibologist.
I don't know if that word.
I don't know.
I'm going to whisper that. I like that a lot.
Vibologist.
Vibologist. No.
That sounds naughty.
Well, I had to go to a class.
What about a vibrationist?
That
and
sounds
Sunday,
dirty.
and then there's camping Saturday night, and Sunday there's some early morning yoga and just kind of a cool wind down of the event. But there's a lot
with a lot of wine,
a lot of winding down,
not
whining down.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, realistically, both organizations, between Goal and TFNU, just the people. This is a year-long process of trying to get things lined up and a lot of stuff behind the scenes that I think both Troy's group and TFNU's group just hit it out of the park. A lot of stuff goes unseen, so when people show up, it's hopefully seamless. Yeah. There's obviously adult beverages at night, between Ogden Beer Company and Roosters, and I cannot stress the funnest part, because it's so fun, is the music. It is unreal. The stage is
enormous stage
with the backside of Ben Lomond behind the stage. Like,
it's gorgeous.
People talk about going to all these venues, Red Rocks, everything else, but I'm telling you what, being there in that intimate setting with the fires going and the bands have always been out of this world, and it's free. Come on.
So year 1 and year 2, we did a switch up with the stage. Is it in the same place this year as last year?
Same as last year.
That worked pretty good last year.
Yeah, worked good last year. The first year, we set it up so everybody could go downhill, just in case people fell. They just keep rolling.
Yeah.
Year 2, we decide if they fall, they go back away from the stage, so it works out pretty good too.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Troy, what are you looking at over there? You're kind of deep in it.
I've got a different agenda I wanted to try.
Oh, you do? So depending on what realm you're in that day, you can just participate in your own agenda on that day.
Go through the lineup. We got Giants in the Oak Tree.
Nice.
Wim obviously is there. And there's a handful of others.
There's a handful of
There's surprises.
No, let's keep them as surprises, I think.
Yeah.
It's going to be, the information is at both websites, or is there
Northern Utah Trail Fest, spelled out one word. You don't need the www in front of it. Just Northern Utah Trail Fest. We've got everything going on right there. Registration, you can still register. We'd love to see you up there. A lot of events to choose from. We do have the run side. We've got a 3-hour, a 6-hour, a 9-hour solo, and we also have a 6-hour duo. On the bike side, we've got a 6-hour, 6-hour duo, and a 3-hour. So lots of opportunities to sign up.
Talk to me about camping, and if you sign up for the races, is that comped, or how does that work?
Camping is an extra charge to be there. It's very inexpensive. VIP's already sold out. RV camping is sold out. We do have some tent spots and a few other premium spots available.
Wow.
But it packs every year. Camping sells out. We've expanded our camping footprint because we have to turn people away, which is never fun. But it's just, I can't keep stressing it. It's just such a great event.
So you have 10 spots left.
Yeah, we have 10 spops left. Plenty of them out there. And again, registering for the event.
Those tents on top of your car count as a tent
absolutely.
Spot?
Just pay for that. Park your car there. Sleep on top.
All right.
Sleep on the ground counts the same. You can sleep up higher on the ground. It doesn't matter. Hammock, midway.
But you got to pay.
It is. It's a fundraiser, but it's
Yeah.
pretty inexpensive too.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get with.
All right, Troy, anything else you want to add?
Yeah, man. I think I've got the file I was looking for. So,
Okay. Thank God there's a podcast tonight. We're doing like 6 o'clock.
got to flip phone out. Yeah. So we've got obviously we talked about van sessions. Going to be there with OFON presenting a little petting zoo. We've got talent
for not animals.
yeah, for petting Brandon.
For yeah.
Just for the riders when they're coming through.
Yeah.
So Ogden Nature Center is going to be there. They've got Talent of the Talons coming, so they're going to have some birds there, whatnot. We're going to have a couple award ceremonies. We've got some really cool awards coming out. Some ripping. Well, we haven't announced those or shown those yet, but they're cool.
True surprises.
They're true surprises. Those are really, but they're going to be sweet. First, second, third in each category is going to get a really cool medal.
What about 78th? Do they get
78th.
Yeah, you should pick
You get a pat.
random
You get a
Yeah.
pat on the back. You
Well,
get-
no.
and if you're
Is
in
it-
the race, you do get a little voucher for some fun stuff. So you
Oh, okay.
visit the.
Yeah.
But you two can't race this year, right? Like you're working?
I might sneak away. We'll see. If
Okay.
they fire me the morning of, I'll hop in the race and go. I don't
Oh,
know.
wow.
fire yourself and then hire
That's
yourself
right.
back?
That's right. Yeah. So we.
I don't think that's how executive directors' jobs
How they
work,
win.
but maybe.
That'd be cool.
That'd be awesome.
So
when you're an executive director,
That-
you make the decision.
You make the
You want
rules.
So Brandon,
you-
Your board can. No, just kidding.
Yeah. So just before WIM is going to be Giants in the Oak Tree at 2:00. WIM's coming on at 4:00. And then
That's a good time.
did I mention there's a custard social that's
Yes.
going to be happening? We got a writing workshop
bringing whiskey
by
to that.
the Utah Humanities. That happens at 4:30. Live music by Lucky Find. They'll be on at
Oh, nice.
5:30 to 6:30. So that's Eric.
There's a
Traum
little
at
bit of a
ESPN.
tie in there.
A little bit of a tie, and he's done a couple things that did not before. And then the final band will actually be Mel Soul. So
Oh, she's great.
yeah, she's super great.
She was there
We find
last
it's a great way
year,
to
yeah.
great way to wind down the evening as well. And we are wrapping up a little earlier this year than we had years past because just to keep that festival environment.
And once the
and
sun goes down, it gets a little chilly.
it gets a little chilly, and the participants get tired and the whole thing.
Yeah.
But
9
still going to be
hours on bike.
fires will be rocking and rolling, and people welcome to stay up longer and get it done.
Hope I
So
have a
that's
place to
that's
sleep.
the majority of the
Integrated
agenda for Saturday. We've also got a wilderness first aid hike happening. And we talked about the Kid Zone, poetry hike already mentioned. Daily Rise will be there with coffee. So
Oh,
Need a little
should
cat-
mention Daily Rise is stepping up. They're supporting the program here at the
Woo.
Banyan Collective.
Woo.
And so
Nice.
starting soon, we'll have some coffee and treats from the Daily Rise, which I appreciate.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's true. We gotta
We're great at
Yeah.
getting booze.
we gotta
sponsors.
provide.
Yeah.
We can't be so irresponsible. So
Right.
we gotta we'll give you some coffee and some crepes afterwards or something.
Yeah.
Get your ass sober again.
Couple other quick things too. On Sunday, we have a sound bath and morning yoga session right by the main stage at 9:00. So from 9 to 10, go get your yoga on.
Nice.
Sound bath, really
Nice.
relax again.
Who's leading the yoga?
It's a surprise.
It's
It's a surprise.
somebody else.
I'm so sorry.
No, we do have a.
I'm so sorry. Yes.
I don't have
my
that on
God.
the agenda, but we have Cecily again. She's no slouch when it comes to picking the right people to run the festival.
Cecily is a rock star.
Yeah,
just
I
a
think
rock
we're
star.
gonna need
Rock.
Cecily next time on the podcast.
She would know this agenda like
that. Yeah, I like how you don't know it. That's my favorite part. You're like, you know what?
Well,
I'm in charge.
Executive director makes executive director.
I didn't know what the
Right.
podcast was about, so I give in that offense. I didn't know we were talking about the nut.
You just thought we were talking about you
I just thought we were coming on to talk.
to talk.
Talk
Well, that's
about-
true. We
it's a
could.
hangout session.
What do you
with
got?
him. I
Yeah,
just
what have you
wanted
been
beat
up
the
to
band. I
lately,
thought that's
Eric?
what
You
it was like.
I got this event coming up.
There's an event coming. Oh, okay. We got Wim in the house. Oh my God, these boys have talked far too long. So, tell us about yourselves. We'll introduce who's here tonight, real quick, if you don't mind.
I'm Megan Lovelady,
I'm Paul Lovelady.
and over here we have Porter Dalton.
Porter can't talk on a mic. 'Cause he's like,
Say hi, Porter D.
yeah, Porter. So, very good. And how long have y'all been together?
I think like 6
Not
years.
like married,
Coming
but
on
like
6 years.
as a band.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's still a hard one. I don't
Okay,
know. We
yeah.
didn't play gigs for the first 3 years, probably.
Yeah.
So, 6 years.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Six. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And then how did you get involved with the nut here? Because this is
Cody Raposa.
Cody's
sent me
come
a
up a couple times.
message, and he
so
said,
Cecily and Cody. Write that down, Case.
Those are your go-to people.
That's the go-to.
Yep, got it noted.
anyway.
I have a spreadsheet in my brain.
Yeah.
Paul and I actually played their wedding, Cody and Kai's.
Okay.
So we've known them for quite a while, and they just sent me a message and said, "Hey, there's this thing coming up. You should put in a application or whatever."
A request. Yeah.
Something like
Cecily,
that.
she's super well-rounded. She
Yep.
makes things happen. We did a music artist call out, and
Yeah.
I'm friends with Cody, and I knew he knew Wim, and I said, well, hey, give them the invite. Let's see if they, and
Yeah.
they made the cut.
The cut.
The cut for the nut.
Yes.
The nut
Oh.
cut.
Wow. It's not easy, actually. There's a lot of competition
No,
for.
many people didn't
nut.
make the nut cut.
No, that's, there's,
Honestly, this is true. Like we had, I can't remember 17 applications. I think it was a really popular call out. We had a ton of people, and we got.
well,
what we
congratulations for making the nut
Best,
cut.
yeah.
That's awesome.
Hey.
The nut
So
cut.
how long is your set at the nut? Because we're gonna do a little tease tonight. We'll play a song tonight, but how long is the?
think. About an hour.
I
Oh,
think it's
this
an hour.
Jeebus!
That's a surprise.
Everything's a damn surprise.
Well, the schedule of events says 1 hour.
1 hour. 1 hour. 1 hour.
But there could be an encore. Who knows?
Yeah. Okay. So are you guys? So tell me about Wim. Are you guys putting out albums? What are you doing right now? Just making music,
You wanna?
doing
Yeah.
live shows,
Yeah,
touring.
we are working on a new album right now. It's 8 songs, and we're just about done recording it, and we're hoping to get it done. We're playing in Kamikazes in Ogden.
Nice.
What is it? November 9th? November 9th in Kamikazes, and we're hoping the album will be ready by then.
Yeah, because you got to track it and then.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
pretty much
okay.
done being tracked and for the most part mixed, so we got to get it mastered, and then,
Okay.
we don't really print anything.
And where can we follow y'all at?
So we have we're on Spotify. That's you'd look it up W!M. So it's a little
getting
harder
tricky.
to
Yep.
find on there.
One of them Utah bands.
We thought it was clever. We were like, oh, they're going to be able to find us so easily.
Yeah.
And it backfired totally. So we're also.
You're not the only one. So.
We're on Instagram. We have a Facebook page.
There's the
What is
main.
it?
Is it all
website.
spelled like that though?
So on Instagram,
Wait,
it's.
let me get that. Let me get that on.
On Instagram, it's Wim _O
See if I can
Town.
get that. Show it that camera on by Case's head. There you go. That'll work. Beautiful.
I didn't even know.
So-
Close up.
No, see, there's more cameras you don't know about.
Yeah.
Just so you know,
Just like prom.
just
Just like,
like the theme
like
of
the
this
prom.
show. It's a surprise. It's
Our main website is Band of Wim, though. It's WIM on that website .com.
We mix it up.
Yep.
We like to keep you guessing.
Yep.
very good. What are we going to hear tonight? And then we'll do some shuffling so that we can.
We're playing a song called Lucky. I thought it was appropriate, because we feel lucky to be part of this
Yeah.
and
clever.
to live in Utah with all the great outdoor options we got and the awesome community, like you guys were saying.
I love it. Well, why don't we do some switching and we'll have Case. You stay there, but you tell me, Case, about what's going on with Utah Humanities in October. This is your chance to give a little shout out to your event, and then we'll have you two come over here.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah, Utah Humanities is the largest, longest lasting book festival in the state of Utah. It lasts from Ogden 1, yes. October 1 to October 31. We have 136 events happening.
136
136
in 30
events
days. Or
in
31 days.
31 days.
31 days.
We will start out in Brigham City and Logan the first week, Ogden and Moab the second week, Salt Lake City and Southern Utah the third, and the Wasatch Back the fourth. So you can visit that at utahhumanities.org to find our full program, which is available this morning.
And we're recording
typos.
podcasts right now with some of those authors, so
We
you'll be
are.
able to
So,
find
so,
those.
so far, we've talked with best-selling author Michael Finkel of The Art Thief. Today, Jack Carr of the Terminal series. Ali Condi, which will be coming up, which was Reese Witherspoon's. She's new.
Reese Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon, her June pick for the book The Unwedding.
Huh.
So lots of great authors coming to Utah. Please check out the entire program. And Ogden is honestly the best. Like, Ogden made it possible for our second week of the month, where Ogden found out a way to party every single night. Every single night ends at the speakeasy with poets or with wine. Or
It says a party about the speakeasy and poets, man. Yeah.
Ogden knocked it straight out of the park.
I love it.
Yep.
Let's see. You want to use his mic because that might reach over there.
Yep. There you go.
And then Wim is going to go ahead and take us out.
When you wait a little longer, it just gets a little harder. Then the next thing you know, you'll be sitting around and you get a little softer. Nobody likes a softie, so won't you come and work hard with me? Then the next thing you know, you'll be sitting around and you think, I'm feeling lucky, I get along. I'm feeling lucky, I get along the way. I get along, yeah, I'm feeling lucky, I get along the way.
I'm trying to soak it in, I let the rays in my skin. Open your eyes so the day can begin. I'm trying to take it all in. How many ways could I say that? Look, I'm feeling lucky for the days like today. This ain't a vibe you can waste, it's the kind you embrace. Got you stepping out your house with a smile on your face. It's the kind you could taste, I mean you almost could smell it. If you could bottle up this feeling, I bet you could sell it.
I'm feeling lucky, I get along. I'm feeling lucky, I get along the way. I get along, yeah, I'm feeling lucky, I get along the way. In the state of utmost appreciation, when you force the focus of your attention on what you have more than what you don't.
Yeah, whether you lounging around or you out in the town, when that feeling comes around, you know it's bound to go down. I said it's almost profound when it hits you just right. It's like I'm feeling lucky for the nights like tonight. Now you can try to deny it, but there's nothing quite like it. You can try to put it out once that fire's ignited. And said it's kind of exciting and it's hard to contain it. Got this feeling in my body, I just can't explain it.
I'm feeling lucky, I get along. I'm feeling lucky, I get along the way. I get along, yeah, I'm feeling lucky, I get along the way. When you get a little older, hope you get a little wiser. Then the next thing you know, you'll be sitting around and you get a little higher. People talk about good luck, well I say you make your own luck. Then the next thing you know, you'll be sitting around and you think, I'm feeling lucky, I get along. I'm feeling lucky, I get along the way. I get along, yeah, I'm feeling lucky, I get along the way.
Yeah. Woo! Woo! That was awesome. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys.